Project Bluebeam is trending. Man, I did a segment at 4 p.m. on this channel talking about ChatGPT and the future of AI and all that stuff. I got to tell you, man, it's crazier and it's freakier than you can even imagine. Project Bluebeam is this conspiracy theory about global governance, creating a new age religion. I don't know too much about it. I think the idea is like to simulate the return of Christ so that people all fall in line or something like that. And a lot of people have pointed out that this conspiracy theory is very similar to an episode of Star Trek called Devil's Due, which I'm a big fan of, The Next Generation. But that's not the question here. I suppose it's interesting to see that Project Bluebeam is trending. But outside of any conspiracy theories, the terrifying reality is simply this. Everything's fake. Now, I talked about this before. I'm on Instagram and I'm scrolling. I'm mostly, so I generate obsessions. I start watching skate videos and I start watching rollerblade videos. Now I'm mostly watching poker highlights and it just keeps sending me more. I guess it knows I go to the casino. But it also sends pictures of women because I am a man. And that's what it does on Instagram. Now, the thing I've complained about before is I assume that it just knows the highest likelihood of someone to click on an image or something is going to be like, if you're a dude, it's of a woman. But it's sending me AI-generated women I don't click on. Seriously, I watch skate videos and I watch poker highlights. So I'm basically watching like Daniel Negreanu, get ace queen or something. But it does send a bunch of pictures of women doing Instagram influencer things. It may be because of some people I follow, because there are people who follow the show who I followed back, so they have big followings. But I noticed that some of these women are AI generated. It could be because I clicked on those because you can tell it's AI generated. It's all fake. So I talked about this before. Someone could make 100 fake women, generate 1,000 fake photos, automate the posting of them, leave, totally forget, and come back in a month and see which ones have become famous, and then start running ads and make money. So I see this video, Project Bluebeam, and they tweeted, because it's trending, relevant now, be prepared, not afraid. Being aware eliminates moving into fear, not buying anything coming from the governments. And this guy, let me show you this clip from this guy, and then I'll get to the meat and potatoes here, the voice simulation.
What you're seeing here is Project Bluebeam, high-level advanced holographic projection. You could say in 4D.
4D?
You can't touch them, but they seem very lifelike, very real. And this is in a stadium. Everyone's filming it. You can see it right there.
Listen to that music.
I think China, for the new year, had the dragons go around the big tower. I'll try and find that clip at some point. But for those of you who are not aware, this is the type of technology that they're releasing on the public now.
I got to be honest. I think these might be balloons. You know what I mean? So you see this viral video and everyone's freaking out. And I'm like, they could just be flying balloons around. You can buy these things. It's like there's little propellers on the balloon and it flies around. Or maybe it really is some kind of holographic projection technology. There's a viral video in the trend where a guy has a laser projector and he can draw and it projects in real time. And it's really cool. It's really cool. Now, I don't know about none of this flying dolphin stuff, but I do know about this. And so I had to do it. I had to do it. Joe Rogan's voice. And it's kind of crummy. I don't want, I'll say this. Look, I didn't want to use any specific person's voice, but there's literally no way to explain how to do this unless you can, right? I thought about using my voice. This is a deep fake voice generator. I thought about using my voice, but I'm like, I can just say it. So you're like, Tim, using an AI voice generator, you could have just, how do we know that's you? Okay. So I input a small sample, about 20 seconds from the Joe Rogan podcast. Then I typed this in, and I will now play for you this audio. Generate. Let's hear it. Hopefully it works. It is generating. It is generating. Let's go. Okay, I'm waiting. I'm just going to pattern now as the AI generates like in my other video. And come on. Why are you giving me the business right now? I'm trying to do a video. What are you doing?
This may sound like Joe Rogan, but it is not actually Joe Rogan. This is an AI deepfake voice program that takes only seconds to generate the voice of any person. The future is going to be freaky.
So that one wasn't actually that good. The one I generated before was a little better. Let's make it a little more stable. Let's increase the stability and the clarity and see how that sounds. Usually it just makes him talk faster, so I don't know if that...
This may sound like Joe Rogan, but it is not actually Joe Rogan. This is an AI deepfake voice program that takes only seconds to generate the voice of any person. The future is going to be freaky.
Yo, this is crazy. How can you trust anything you see knowing this with deepfakes? Look, I got to tell you. You may have noticed that if you go to timcast.com, the images on all the articles are very different. We used to use actual images. The problem is people keep threatening us with fake lawsuits. And so what happens is that we actually had someone threaten us over a photo that we own. But what are you supposed to do? If they actually file, well, you can ignore them. Either way, we got to pay lawyers. I'm like, I got a solution for this. Right now, we're talking about using an AI image generator for all of the images for all our news articles. Now, think about that for 2 seconds. And I did too. Right now, what we're doing is we're taking the characters in the story, so it's Donald Trump, putting a filter and making our own art image so that it's our own art and not a photograph. But we're thinking about just using an AI generator to do it because it takes 2 seconds. So you type in, make a photo of Donald Trump waving. Boom, you have it. No one owns it, it's yours. You pay a license fee or something to the company to generate it, you own the picture. But that means some people might think these photos are real, but they're not. Interesting. We can then say, make a graphic image so that it's clearly art. That's probably a solution. BuzzFeed announced they're going to be using AI to write articles. Nothing is going to be real. And that's what I'm talking about. You're going to hear clips on the internet. You're going to see pictures. You're going to watch a video of the president speaking and you're going to believe it. And what the do you do? Now, the reason I use Joe Rogan's voice is because he has a very unique voice. It's easy to hear, to know it's him. And he's the #1 podcaster. So we talked about this on Timcast IRL, but using voices from our crew. And it's kind of like, I don't know who that is. You could have made that. I assure you, Joe Rogan did not record this. And actually, I can change it. So let's do this. You can do tricks, like I added a comma here. Let's say the future is going to be so damn awesome. And let's generate it and see what it sounds like. Just type in, that's how fast.
This may sound like Joe Rogan, but it is not actually Joe Rogan. This is an AI deepfake voice program that takes only seconds to generate the voice of any person. The future is going to be so damn awesome.
So you can notice there's a few problems. Generate it enough times and you can fix it, but it talked way too fast. So let's add ... dots to slow him down a little bit. Let's stabilize it, but similarity enhancement reduced. Let's see how this sounds. Now
this may sound like Joe Rogan, but it is not actually Joe Rogan. This is an AI deepfake voice program that takes only seconds to generate the voice of any person. The future is going to be so damn awesome.
No, it's not about the future. You know what I'm saying? I'll have him speak for me. I'm typing, but I'm not going to... let me type this so when I play it for you, you can be like, whoa. Those are watching, you're watching me doing it on the podcast. All right, let's see. All right, I'm typing. All right, here we go. Let's generate this.
It's not about the future. It's about the present. It is already too insane to believe.
Isn't that crazy? I heard him talking about Princess Peach or whatever, and I'm just like, Project Bluebeam may be trending. People may think that we're being tricked or whatever. Some people are equating to 9/11, claiming the plane that crashed was a hologram, and they've said that for a long time. And it's like, at this point, I don't know about back then, but at this point, everything might be fake. Just all of it. And how would you know? How would you know, man? I was on Joe's show. I mean, this is like just over a year ago. And he asked me, are you worried about deepfakes? And I was like, no. You know, I didn't think so because I'm like, people are going to be a little bit more discerning and people already don't believe what's true, right? Like you can tell them Donald Trump didn't endorse white supremacists and they won't believe you because the media lies. So deepfakes aren't necessary. But now that I see this, now that I see just how powerful this stuff is, now I'm genuinely freaked out. Now I'm really freaked out because, this voice clone program is too good. There's a voice clone and video deepfake of Joe Biden saying awful, horrifying things about trans people. And you watch the video and it looks real. The way he talks, everything about it looks real. It's low res, but you show that to somebody and they're going to be like, wow, how are we supposed to function if we can't tell what's real and what's not? I mean, disinformation is a real problem. What do? We see these videos of Vladimir Putin shaking or whatever. It could be fake, propaganda, manipulation. And if we aren't living in a simulation, we're certainly going to make it one by faking reality and faking videos. And then what? BuzzFeed's already using AI to write articles. AI to write articles. So they're not real? What is it? Well, but it's fun. No, it's not written by a real person. Is that what it's going to be? If you can AI generate a person talking, and you can write a script and it can simulate any voice, then can you just say to the AI, make a 20-minute video showing Tim Pool reading the news and explaining his personal views on the current war, and then all of a sudden people see this video and they think I'm actually here? What if I'm not actually here? It's crazy stuff, man. I'll leave it there. Next segment's coming up in a few minutes. Stick around and I'll see you all shortly.